meeting to order. We've already done the Pledge of Allegiance. So Shirley, would you do a roll call, please?
Sure. Dinkros?
Here.
Kolonowski?
Here.
Ball? Here. Walker?
Here.
Stady?
Here.
Ryan Cruz?
Here.
Lechinski?
Here.
Okay, I didn't sign that yet. Under the meeting agenda for tonight, we have under communications, item A, the Manistee County Community Foundation grant application for life jackets, a letter. And under item B, information about our township logo being painted on our water tower tank. We're talking about this one here on Filer City Road, which is up and due for painting. Under department and committee reports, we have item A, the monthly report from Operations Services. Item B is the monthly sewer report from the city. Item C is the DDA's minutes from the January meeting. Item D, Board of Review, nothing there. Item E, the Building and Grounds Committee meeting minutes are in your packet from the January meeting. F, there's no minutes in your packet on the Planning Commission because that meeting was canceled due to weather. Item G, the Zoning Administrator's report, monthly report is in your packet, as is item H, our new Code Enforcement Officer's report. Item I and J, the Personnel Committee and Elections Commission had not met previously, so there's nothing in your packet there. Item K, the letter from Fire Chief Espovic is in your packet. And then item L, the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting was also canceled, so there's nothing in your packet regarding that. Under new business, we have two items. A, upon supervisor's recommendation, consideration of approval of the appointment of one planning commission member to serve a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2027. There's one vacancy there and there was only one applicant. Item B is consideration of approval of a resolution in support of the TAP project implementation pedestrian safety improvements along US 31 in Manistee and Filer Townships in the city of Manistee. And unless there are any changes to the agenda for tonight, I would entertain a motion for approval.
I'll make the motion. I'll support it.
Motion by Steggy, support by Brian Cruz to approve the meeting agenda for tonight. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. On the consent agenda for tonight, we have item A, the minutes of the special meeting which was held on January 17th. Item B is the financial report. Item C, approval of the Township General Fund expenditures, which includes the fire department. Those checks are numbered 49194 through 42278, with accounts payable totaling $49,482.67. Payroll totals $17,367.35 for a grand total of $66,850.02. Item D is approval of the water department expenditures, checks numbered 1261 through 1262, and they total $15,095.05. And note that checks numbered 3450 through 3461. Oh, wait a minute now. Okay. Water department.
There were two
Yeah,
series
how
of
come there's
checks
two
there.
separate? Oh, okay,
Because
yeah,
we
the,
changed accounts.
right, the 1261, those are the newer ones, yeah. Okay, item E is approval of sewer operating expenditures, and those are checks numbered 1261 through 1264, and they total $16,020.69. Item F is approval of the monthly ACH payments to the state of Michigan and IRS in the amount of $3,544.56. Item G is approval of Tom Steggy, our treasurer, to attend the Township Finances at the Michigan Township Association Conference on March 31st, 2025 in Grand Rapids at a cost of $125 plus accommodations. Item H is approval of our code enforcement officer to take Michigan Association of Planning virtual training, which will be on March 12th at a cost of $95. Item I is approval for a budget amendment to transfer $15,000 from fund balance of the general fund to insurance and bonds. And item J is approval for a budget amendment to transfer $5,000 from fund balance of the general fund to streetlights. If there are no additions or deletions to the consent agenda for tonight, I would entertain a motion for approval.
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion by Kolonowski, a second by Hachinsky to approve the consent agenda for tonight. Discussion, Brian.
I just said those water department and sewer operating, they're separate checkbooks.
Yeah.
Because man, the checks are almost identical, right? We're in the same sequence. 1261.
Separate accounts. Well, I think my understanding is that with the deal we had with the fraud on the water department, some of
One's
those.
a 34 and the others, oh, I see
No,
what
it's
you're saying.
1261 or
Yeah.
1261.
Yeah, so we kind of start out with new checks.
Okay, it's
Check
just kind of
numbers.
funny that they're right
And
together.
then there's so many more checks go out in the water department than sewer, so it'll catch up and go
Yeah.
past, and they'll be way ahead before long. Anything else? Okay, all those in favor of the consent agenda approval signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Public comment. Any public comment tonight? Okay, moving right into communications then. In your packet is a copy of a letter that I sent on behalf of the board to Manistee County Community Foundation. They are looking at, as explained in the letter here, Networks Northwest is looking to go to the Manistee County Recreation Commission for a grant to purchase a number of additional life jackets for the life jacket stations that they implemented throughout the county, 2 years ago. We were the recipient of one of those that we have out at Magoon. And their thought originally was to get X number of life jackets so that they would have enough for approximately a 10-year supply, knowing that they're going to have to be replaced every couple of years for wear and tear. And certainly theft also plays a small role in it, but they are going to have to be replaced, and our initial agreement was that, the township agreed to replace life jackets on an individual basis as needed. If they get this grant and purchase all of these additional life jackets, we'll be covered for, at least 10 years into the future. But also my thought was, I have had questions about why don't we have one of those life jacket stations at Sunling Park? Good question. We get enough visitors at Sunling Park, not the number that we have at Magoon, obviously, but there's a lot of people using Sunling Park, and if life jackets, availability out there for life jackets for people's use saves one life, it's,
That's probably worth it.
well worth it. So, I said that in my letter, that's something that we might take a look at exploring, putting a life jacket station there if we get all these additional life jackets. The only catch was that the municipality that's on the receiving end of all these life jackets is going to have a place to store them. And fortunately, that's not a problem for us. So, and I thought I should make you aware of that, because I don't think I had informed you that I was planning on doing that. I'd gotten a letter from Mike Ziccola some time ago asking me to write a letter of support for that, and it kind of went by the wayside, and then he sent me a reminder, so I got a letter out.
You wrote a very nice letter.
Oh, thank you,
It's a good letter.
thank you. Okay, item B, I included an email from William Boland, Bill Boland. Josh and I have met with him. We're going to be meeting with him again on the 10th of this month virtually. He's with USG, that's, as you're aware, is the company that does all of our water tank maintenance for us, the power washing, the interior and exterior cleaning, painting, all of that. And anyway, we're on the schedule originally, I think, for this one to be repainted again, I think in 26 it was. And so my last discussion with Bill was, is that date locked in? Because as you can see, it's getting pretty dirty. The underside's got a lot of the discoloration on it. And he feels pretty confident that we can get that moved up. So, that led then to the next discussion of color for the tank, color pattern and all that. Do we want to change anything? And what about Township logo? And I just said, some of the other water tanks I see in other municipalities are not plain Jane like ours. Just saying Filer Township on it, I thought it really looked nice if we had our logo on it. But what's the possibility? So we talked about that, and he asked me to get him a copy of that logo. And so there's 3 or 4 drawings that he's got included in there, just a couple, I guess, of what that would look like. He initially thought we had it on both sides, but we have it only on one side of the tank. So that kind of gives you an idea of what it would look like on the tank.
This logo above your head, when we had that done,
Yeah.
Amor's have got have the artwork on that. I
Yeah,
don't know whatever
right.
happened to that when they went out of business.
Well, yeah, I don't know since it went out of business, but then we had that same logo from
They just sold it.
Amor. We had it on our township truck. We had them put it on our township truck. So anyway, I asked him to let me know what kind of costs we'd be looking at on that, and I don't think that was in this email, no. But I did just get an email from him on that in the last couple of days, and he had to get with their department that would, create that logo and paint it and all that to get a cost, and it would be $5,650. So,
2 sides.
no, one side. The back side of this one, it's, when I'm on Manistee Lake on the boat, I can see it, but otherwise I'm not sure you would even see that logo from
No, it
the
says
distance.
In the letter somewhere it said 2 sides.
Oh, he might have, yeah, that was probably the initial email I got from him, and in our discussion I had talked about one side, and then in this email I saw he had 2 sides, and so then I emailed him back and I said, only one side, and so then that's when he got me the quote then.
So it'd be $5,000 for the one
Yeah.
side.
Yep.
It's a nice, it'll look good up there.
And seeing we were scheduled, this one was scheduled for power washing, I think this coming spring, summer, and then repainting in 26.
They got a power wash before they repaint.
And they got to power wash it again, and so, he said maybe we can get that moved up, and so that's what they're looking at. And I think the Red Apple one,
That was just done.
that was, yeah, that's been done like a couple of years ago, but that's scheduled for power washing again, and I'll have to go back and look, but I think around 27 maybe.
It was done last year because they got stuck in there. I remember they had to get.
Yep, you're right,
pulled
yep,
out.
yep. Okay. Under department and committee reports, item A is your monthly report from Operations Services. showing water usage. And of course, now we've had the run water order on for, what, 2 weeks, roughly, maybe a little more. So that usage is going to go up. Item B is your monthly report from the city on the sewer. The data summary report is also included. Item C is your DDA meeting minutes from the January 7th meeting. And also from the special meeting on January 17th. Item E are the minutes of the January 20th Building and Grounds meeting. And as I said, the Planning Commission meeting was canceled due to the storm that day. Item G is your monthly report from Bob, our zoning administrator. And item H is your monthly report from Ron, our new code enforcement officer. And he has been quite busy. I know, very busy. Ron, is there anything you want to add in the report? Any comments?
No, just that the weather is slowing things down a bit.
Yeah.
But getting responses from some people that are in letters too, and so we're resolving some of the issues that we have. Some won't be resolved until spring and the weather improves, but everyone that is, just about everyone that has an issue is going to be aware of it very shortly. But I discover new ones every week.
And when the snow's gone, you probably even discover more.
Probably, but we're making progress.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, thank you, Ron. The Personnel Committee didn't meet last month, but they did meet today, so those minutes will be in your packet for the March meeting. Item J, the Elections Commission did not meet last month. And item K, the Fire Department, the monthly report is in your packet. I know Jim is out of town, said he'd be out of town today. The one, just want you to be aware that the one of the concerns he had there on the fire hydrants, Paul is working on that. I talked with Paul last week about getting after those, and so he's been doing that. He's gotten a number of those done. Of course, there's a lot of them to do. Some you can't even get at, but he is getting those cleared out. Okay, under new business, item A, upon supervisor's recommendation, consideration of approval of the appointment of one planning commission member to serve a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2027. Again, there is one vacancy created by the retirement of Karen Kolk from that committee, and we had one applicant for that position, and that is my recommendation to put Al Fry into that position on the Planning Commission to fill that vacancy.
Need a motion on it?
And yeah, if you're in support of
I'll make a
my
motion.
recommendation, then we need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
I'll
Based on
second.
Terry's recommendation.
Okay, we have a motion by Brian Cruz, second by Kolonuski, to approve the supervisor's recommendation of the appointment of Al Fry to a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2027, to the vacancy on the Planning Commission. Any discussion?
No conflict of interest being on DDA and planning?
Kathy is.
Okay.
Okay, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Item B is consideration of approval of a resolution in support of TAP project, implementing pedestrian safety improvements along US 31 in Manistee and Filer Townships in the city of Manistee. In that our committee met with MDOT last month. I don't remember the date now. It's only been a couple weeks ago. To discuss the project, the upcoming project in 2027, and you know, the items that we've talked about in the past that the township would like to see as part of that project. Of course, sidewalks was a big one, and lighting, and you know, pocket parks, those kinds of things. So this has to do with the pedestrian lighting. An update on that report from them is that they will be going for a grant for sidewalks, and we are interested in improving the lighting also, even though we've already got fairly adequate street lighting. We would like to get if we do get sidewalks in, then we want better lighting along those for safety and that sort of thing. So there's grant money available for that as well. And in order for them to go after the grant for this project, the township is required to put a resolution in place, and that's what this resolution is all about. I did have our township attorney take a look at it to make sure everything was okay on it, and he didn't have any problems with it. So I don't remember, did I copy you on that?
No,
Email to Richard? Okay.
I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
okay.
I'll make a motion to accept the resolution as listed,
As written here,
as written.
is there a second to that motion?
I'll support.
Motion by Brian Cruz, second by Steggy, to approve the resolution in support of TAP project implementation, pedestrian safety improvements in Manistee, in Filer Township along US 31. Any other discussion on this? Okay, Shirley, you want to do a roll call on that, please?
Dean Cruz,
Yes.
Kalinowski,
Yes.
Pachinsky,
Yes.
Ball, yes, Walker,
Yes.
Brian Cruz,
Yes.
Steggy.
Yes.
Okay, public comment. Any public comment tonight? Last chance. Okay, anything else to come before the board tonight? Tom, have you got anything? No? I'm gonna jump Brian and go to Tom.
Nothing.
Get all our Toms out of the way. Brian? Go to the next cruise. Dean? Dale? Shirley? Okay, well, I've got a few things to go over to. Oh, no, I don't. I don't have anything else either.
Everything's running.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
We have a motion for adjournment by Brian Cruz, the second by Dean Cruz. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried.